Man, what a beautiful day outside. Let's check up on the other CS YouTubers. I haven't seen them in a while. Let's see finpack. Last upload 3 months ago. Okay. How about Lick? Last CS upload 1 month ago. Okay, nyarubico. 2 weeks ago. Pixel. No videos. All of them are gone. Amazing. Lucra. A year ago. Querinomi. Almost everybody haven't uploaded yet. Where did they go? So I'm gonna be explaining that in today's video. I asked 15 YouTubers why they haven't uploaded yet, and then I ended up with 25 answers. I got 10 more there, not sure how. If you didn't get included in this video, you can just comment down below why you haven't uploaded yet. This list just includes the people I have in contact with and I know of. Now that's out of the way, let's get started into the video. Let's see, Mort. You said there's just like nothing to do content about. CS is not the type of game you watch tutorial nor guide, and there's like no reason to just play yourself. SG, he said motivation go bye-bye. It will come back eventually. XDMJ, he'll be gone nearly a year because of military school. EMFordZ, burnt out. DoomSolar, busy with another game. Rhea, too lazy to collect footage. Also, I've been playing less CS. NubNeko, he said school has started for me and I'm focusing on maintaining my grades. Also doing college application. finpack, because of lazy. Also got bored of CS, haven't played in a good month. I'm cool, CS just got really boring to me and repetitive, so I just stopped uploading. FateRemix, this thing, yes. CriticalUltimate, actually deleted OBS, I'm also working on an edit. Pixel, lack of motivation, I don't know what he meant by item is silent fans versus critical strike fans. Third animation. Roll, he said skill issue in Crusader. Lucrativic, I haven't been uploading lately because CS has been getting boring and I'm waiting for mouse lock to not clip on random shit and pillars around the map. Car, school, burnout, community drama, nothing interesting to make content about. Alright, so we got a couple people left on this list, and it's pretty long, so I'm gonna have nyarubico help me out with this video. So, take it in.
Hey guys, nyarubico here, hijacking the video. You might know me for making a few of my own Critical Strike videos. I kinda stopped for the most part, but we'll get to that later. Mike asked me for a little help understanding why so many people stopped making videos, so I reached out to those I happen to be friends with and compiled a bunch of responses. Now I get the privilege of reading them off for you. But first, I want you to understand that this list isn't going to include everyone who stopped uploading Critical Strike videos. It's just people Mike and I came up with off the top of our heads, or otherwise managed to get in contact with. Anyways, let's start this list off with CasuaLiq, the guy who uploads all those nice trailers. I will simply read what CasuaLiq said to Mike. My at the time next video was too big for me to handle making. Too ambitious with a lot of fancy stuff, animated transitions, dynamic music, backstory. I never got around to it. Eventually I started beating myself up over it, and later other circumstances were happening and existential dread eventually set in and I was just too sad to do anything. That dread eventually also came back when Crusader was being developed, which is why Crusader took so long to release and also why YeaItsRoll was hired. The only reason YeaItsRoll got onto the team is because I insisted we let him on and animate the trailer for me, since I was too sad to do anything more than just edit it. Look at the massive gap between the Dravelin trailer and the first actual video I made for myself. Trailer I was obligated to make, abridged version of that trailer. Trailer I was obligated to make 2, abridged version of that trailer 2. Trailer I was obligated to make 3, clip, actual video after 5 months. Next up is ChAOXII, who in my opinion should be held at the same level of OG respect as SM2099OK. I know that my ChAOXII is coming out of nowhere, but seriously, this guy was influential before my time. ChAOXII's English is still coming along, and I know it can be a bit confusing to listen to this sort of writing if you're not used to talking to non-native English speakers. Mike plugged ChAOXII's original response into ChatGPT, and then I reviewed both versions and clarified some details that AI misunderstood. Please understand that even now, there's a chance that some details have been misunderstood or lost in this process. With that said, here's the cleaned up version of ChAOXII's response. I used to create content for Critical Strike, starting from CS4. During the CS4 era, I created content regularly, but some viewers found it cringeworthy. Some of my content even contained elements that were considered racist and unfunny in certain countries. However, back then, I didn't fully understand the nuances of social media and online communities. During the CS4 period, there was significant drama involving EMFordZ and some final update. It was around this time that I decided to stop making content because I'd stopped having fun. After a major update in CS5, I decided to return to content creation, specifically focusing on a cowboy-themed video. This video gained popularity and more people began to recognize me. However, I'm not naturally social, so I found it challenging to make friends with people, especially people from different countries. For example, fans would send friend requests and I would accept them out of etiquette, but some of these fans only added me to show off to their friends, and not to actually play with me. I just don't like playing these social games. Eventually, I unfriended everyone, as I believed that being a YouTuber meant having content creator friends. This behavior led some people to dislike me, perceiving it as bias against my fans. However, I genuinely didn't harbor any ill feelings towards my fans, I just had difficulty integrating with the community. During this time, there was also drama involving EMFordZ, and I attempted to mediate between EMFordZ and his friends. Unfortunately, my attempts were unsuccessful, and this led to further disapproval from the Project Sub Misakudo and Critical Strike communities. I talked perhaps too much about CS-related topics, which some people found annoying and clownish. Additionally, I sometimes came off as indifferent to other people's problems, despite genuinely caring. People perceived me as unsympathetic and distant. Eventually, I decided to take a break from creating CS content. A bit later, a new YouTuber, Spider-Man2099OK, gained popularity and overshadowed my channel, causing my own popularity to decline. I reached out to collaborate with SM, but my last video, ChAOXII vs SM, faced immense pressure for cancellation. This was partly due to EMFordZ quitting development. It wasn't too long before SM himself would quit. At this point, I became the last CS content creator standing, and I was determined to face the people who didn't like me. However, during the CS4 era, I faced slander and false accusations. For instance, I was actually working on my own fan game, but some drama involving spying and the owner of another fan game led people to misunderstand me and slander me. This all took a toll on me mentally, making me feel distrusted and disrespected. I felt disheartened and eventually decided to take a break. In the midst of all the drama within the Vietnamese CS community, including the spy accusations and hate from racists and other haters, I started to feel down, or maybe even depressed. At that point, I was experiencing burnout and had lost a lot of motivation. Perhaps I indeed was someone who talked too much and hurt others. That's how the situation sits now. Wow, I didn't know about all this lore behind CS4 and spying and fan games. It's too bad. ChAOXII deleted his own channel like a few months ago, and I forgot to archive the videos, so those are just gone now for the most part, unfortunately. And the last two Mike actually wrote, but I wrote the rest of these, so let me read them all out. SM2099OK. As far as I'm aware, SM just got tired of all the attention and decided to go off the radar. With their channel deleted since about May 2021, Spider-Man2099OK mostly exists in the CS community these days as the legendary name behind that very nice cowboy skin, as well as the sick cowboy combo everyone likes. Mike got into contact with Shotis a few days ago and got this response. SM is still around to my knowledge, as in, he is actively aware of CS and whatnot, but he's just moved on to other games and activities. I believe he got a PS5, and after he stopped playing CS for a while, he decided that his channel was bringing too much attention for him to want to deal with, and he just didn't want to bother with it anymore, so he deleted his channel. For further inquiry, consider talking to YouTuber Shotis and modeler Faifu. Shotis had a short interview with Spider-Man in Roblox DMs a while back. I believe Fi was the one who modeled the exclusive cowboy skin, Deadshot. Shotis. Shotis actually made a video on this, but I'll summarize the key points for you, from least important to most important. Number 3. Video ideas are drying up, so it's harder than ever to make stuff people are interested in watching. Number 2. Views aren't coming in as much, lessening any popular or financial motives. Yes, Shotis did make a bit of money off of that YouTube channel. Very nice. Not so much these days. Number 1. Shotis isn't a top player in terms of skill even now. but he finds the community experience to be very toxic. Game sessions tend to get him very frustrated up to a boiling point. Rest in peace, gaming chair. RexCritical. I forgot to ask Rex personally, and now I don't feel like waiting around for a response. Sorry, Rex. Here's what I heard from Rex last time I asked this question, like a year ago. Very, very busy with school. Well, that was it. He still comments on my videos or live streams occasionally. Personally, my headcanon is that Rex's last sniper edit wasn't satisfactory for one reason or another, so he burnt out. I'm certain that school sure is busy though. Wonton. I asked Wonton on Discord, and this is what he had to say. To make this short, game balancing and the game itself have just gotten boring since all people do before Final Strike is just run. I tried making the game fun for myself, but overall shit is boring. At least 10% of the player base is good, and I only find myself playing when they're on. The other 90, well, they're most likely not fun to play against. That's about it. Mischievous Pixel. This is what he had to say. Me, whenever I record while playing, my FPS drops. I'm not a PC tech guy. I literally just take a YouTube video on the best settings for low-end PCs for OBS and hit record. It was going fine before, got worse over time through game updates. Besides, at some point someone else is going to be making actually good class guides. Querinomi. Realistically, we don't know why Nomi quit. Here's something from Mischievous Pixel. Nomi's reason is a bit personal. IRL things, but I can't say for sure if that's the reason she stopped. We don't really talk anymore. Now for me personally, I did know Nomi back for a little bit in summer of 2022. 2022. I was the one who invited them to the Criticality Discord back when you needed special permission just to get in. I could talk more on the subject, but I'm not here to fuel any crackpot conspiracies on the disappearance of Querinomi, so I'll just leave it at that. Nyarubico. So, myself. I wrote a very long response to this, but I wrote an abridged version that is not 4,000 words, so I'll read that instead. I stopped playing Critical Strike because I have a lot of issues with the game and its community. The player base is either very toxic or doesn't even want to play the game. The dev team just consistently does not put enough care into the base game. I don't really get anything out of making videos for a community that I don't feel welcome in, and of a game I don't believe in. BerserkerBrew. I wrote a summary from Brew's perspective. Here it is. As I started to get better at editing, my expectations for my edits got a lot higher as well. Eventually I found that my expectations were far beyond what I could deliver without a lot of work and practice just for one video, so my output grinded to a halt. That's only part of it though. The game just isn't the same as it used to be, although I won't rely on that overused excuse. Mostly I just don't have any motivation. The game feels like a chore these days. I'm pretty rusty and just not hitting clips first try, obviously. I want to be top of the line at what I do, but these days it's too much work to make it happen. Maybe I'll come back someday and we'll just say my hiatus was to make me absolutely cracked at editing. Spooktree. Spooktree sent me a response and I'll read it verbatim. My prime editorial piece, 8/28/2023. My channel was primarily made for myself. I started my channel initially because the clips I was recording started to take up too much space on my laptop. So I started making montages so I could store all of them in a way that was both more efficient and more memorable. I got better at it over time, and it was fun. For why I stopped, it's only really because I stopped playing CS as a whole, mostly because I got everything out of the game that I was looking for. CS is a simple game, and I liked that, but I've played it to death and I've moved on. That's all. And now everyone, the final answer, the one you all came here for, Revolatuf, ChillBeanJosh, the owner of Critical Strike. That's right, the real owner of Critical Strike has graced us with his wisdom. Let me just open this Google Doc. It's about as long as the ChAOXII one, so get comfy. Why did I stop playing Critical Strike? I don't dislike the game at all. A class-based fighting game was fun to me. I spend my days playing niche classes, hoping to spread light to them, showing that every class could be viable. That was sort of my main goal making CS videos. But why stop playing? The main answer to that is lack of content updates. The biggest content update was the Halloween update, and that's what I feel, in my opinion, drew everyone away. The unbalanced fan-made maps and the unfun game modes piled all together was just a slap in the face to all of us who were promised new and good things, waiting and waiting for months. After that, I decided the game wasn't going to be what I originally planned it was going to be. The team breaks apart into mass drama, people leave and new people join the team who are just kids who don't know anything about level design and balancing. Balancing in all caps, because that's a very, very big one. If you want good balancing for your game, find people who are specialized in that specific class and ask them about the class. They should find it no problem telling you the pros and cons of the class, and the level designers should be able to tweak numbers accordingly so the pros and cons are balanced out. If it was never unbalanced, a class should have never been tweaked or reworked to begin with. If you have people who don't want to say anything bad about their mains on your balancing/testing team, that is also part of your problem. Another thing I extremely disliked that was done was the rework rumble. The main premise of it was 1 to 2 days during the weekend, we all get to try a rework, and after that we have to choose if it stays permanently in the game by a popularity poll. It's pretty obvious that a majority of the players who are young will receive a dopamine rush from the class because it's something new and would like to keep it. That's how I was with the Musketeer rework. Once you stop living the new moment and realize its longevity, it is extremely boring and unfun to play. Decisions like this shouldn't be made because of 2 days of testing, or within your testers, because the majority of them don't know how to test. They are just there to have fun and play things early. I haven't fully left CS though. I do play CXS, Critical X Strike, and to my knowledge, a majority of the criticality players hate the game without even trying it out. It's being made by a solo dev and has made much more progress in adding new and unique things in such a short amount of time. I'm much more excited waiting to see in the upcoming months its progress than waiting for criticality to release a new class 6 months later, even though they have it done already. Other than all that, even if these issues were fixed, I myself wouldn't fit in the community. A majority of them being kids or young teens, it just feels weird for me to be in a social space I do not belong in. I usually put on a persona in the Discord server, though it is my fault that people perceive me as that persona being the real me, since I've never broken out of character. But people who I have talked with in VCs see how I normally am. Also outside of this, I have people I talk to and do things with that just doesn't give me time to play CS like I used to. So what's the TLDR? I pretty much got a life and moved on. Well, that's all I have. And as for my own opinion, well, maybe I'll make a video talking about it. I did say it was 4,000 words and I meant it, but not now. Thanks for having me, Mike. It was fun reading stuff.
Thank you, Ruby. Now I want to talk about a few things before I end this video. First off, Shotis made a new video called I'm Leaving, which is just him explaining that he's going to be quitting YouTube and focus on life. This video came out after Ruby was done with the explanation, so I had to add this here. Second, ChillBeanJosh's channel's back. A couple of months ago, he deleted all of his videos and pretty much quit YouTube. But with the help of YouTube recovery, he got some of his videos back. He recently uploaded a new video, which is just a scuffed animation with scuffed voiceover in Thailand. And one last thing I want to talk about is my channel. You probably noticed that my upload schedule is slowing down from weekly to probably 2 weeks or 3 weeks. This is because of CS having a problem with optimizing performance. Sometimes when I'm casually playing with my OBS on, my frames will drop. This happens more often when I'm in a Discord call. This actually demotivates me to keep recording the video. My laptop is not able to stand all of this stupid junk on the map. In the old CS, this is not really a problem since the maps aren't too high detailed and pretty simple, but most of the new CS maps has a lot of small and unnecessary parts. I'm always forced to use lower graphics. Until they fix this, I'll be playing with low graphics. But yeah, that's about it. Like I said, this was recorded a couple days ago, and I forgot to mention that the other reason is laziness. Sometimes I'll not have any motivation to edit that video, so I'll continue editing it tomorrow. And sometimes I'll get distracted watching YouTube videos when I was trying to get music. Huge thanks to nyarubico for helping me out with this video. I've done so much voiceover redo because I either sound dead or speak way too fast. But yeah. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video, I guess. Goodbye. Oh, hi, Leo. Help. Funky, spectate me. Funky, help. Uh-oh. Ooh! Oh my god. This tech is too good!